Hey guys, in this video I'll talk about lane Cramorant, which in my latest tier list rated quite low, and I wasn't sure about it, so for myself I started playing it myself a bit and just went on some testing, cause I might have just rated it way too low, right? The dive air slash bit feels quite strong right now, it feels very good in jungle, so why would it not also be good in lane? It has okay last hitting, early game with Whirlpool, later on also with air slash we can get last hits quite easily, and we get to level 6, you know, you just need to get to level 6 where you get dive. And that is quite easily done in lane, right? For head items, I'm running the Vice, Choice, and Buddy Barrier build. But honestly, I think you can also, I think Buddy Barrier and Choice picks are always a given. And the last one can either be Focus Band, it can be Vice Glasses, it can be even Staking Glasses, which I also tried, or it can be Energy Amp, right? All of those are totally fine. And you can totally consider going any of those. So for early game, obviously just clearing the things first. Your Whirlpool, if you stand in, it gives you a boosted auto attack, so we do want to stay into it as well. And on level 4 we get Air Slash, and Air Slash is going to be our great last hitting tool. That's what I'm going to be aggressive with, and that's how we're going to finish off, you know, hopefully things. I'm just going to look around here, but we're kind of deep for no reason. Like, this play is not very smart. Then me jungle could be around, there it is. And yeah, you should never be, you know, when it hits like 9, 10 or something, you should probably be on your side of the map, unless your jungler is ganking your lane. So, trying to get to level 6. Again, enemy jungler is here, so we're just going to stay far away, we're just going to Whirlpool. But I can still walk up, it's only a Serena who's level 5, right? Doesn't do as much yet, it's not level 6. But he actually cancelled my air slash there, it was kind of unfortunate, so I had to eject button away. And I'm just going to start auto-attacking, but auto-attacks of Cramorant obviously super weak. So the main damage where dive comes from is the boosted auto-attack, but we actually blink after him here, no, we couldn't get him. Air slash back again, do another Whirlpool, I'm going to pick up a boosted auto-attack, but yeah, there's actually all live on 1 HP sadly. The main damage where this build comes from is from the boosted auto attack after dive, which has increased damage. There's the air slash last hit. We get Nordino with our air slash damage. Just have to rock melee into it so all of our blades hit. Because if you're far away, those units is like the blades going into different directions on the air slash. So if you're melee, you can hit all of them onto a target, right? The main damage from this build comes from the boosted auto attacks after using dive. That's where the main damage comes from, because they actually increase damage. It's not like a normal boosted auto attack. It does much more damage than a normal Cramorant boost auto attack. And that's where the entire damage comes from. There was a change that a while ago where they nerfed dive damage, but they buffed the boosted auto attack damage from it. And since then it honestly has been quite fine. Honestly, back then I thought it was a nerf as well. I was like, why they're nerfing Cramorant again? But in the end it actually turns out to be quite a decent buff, because, you know, dive damage was never something you like played around, but this auto attack boosted auto attack damage is actually quite huge. And now we're just going to keep diving around. This is very low cooldown. We use our air slash to kite like this, and then we go back in with the dive, do our boost basic attack, and they're dropping quite low, but I'm also still very squishy. Here's where maybe a focus band will come in handy. I'll try to dodge the hyper voice, another air slash, and looking for another dive into boost auto attack. Just keep doing that. We're just going to keep diving, boost auto attack, there's another kill, air slash back again, and now we have a wrap up slow on the Blissey as well. Do a boosted auto attack first so I don't reset it on accident, and we try to kill the Blissey, one more dive, one more auto attack. And Blissey is so hard to kill. I actually almost died to Blissey. It's ridiculous how I almost died to Blissey. Try to run away now from this arena. But he sadly has 2 drop kicks up, and before my dive is up, I'm actually gonna die. I don't know where our jungler is, how jungler is sadly currently missing in action. I think he's doing our buffs right now, not level 9 yet, so he's quite far away from the strat. But the enemies can't really do it yet, so respawning and just gonna straight up run back to bot lane. I'm not quite level 9 myself, so could be quite difficult. Serena's here though is going very deep again, but I mean Serena's are just very aggressive, right? You want to be aggressive on Serena. Get a nice kill with our air slash. Now we're getting quite close to level 9. If I get this, can actually get level 9, I can move in and unite move. So now I'm gonna unite move in. I'm just gonna be here. This guy has nowhere to run. He doesn't even realize what's happening, I feel like. He was just so tunnel vision on the Dread now. And I get a triple KO. And I get Dread. I'm just gonna take the score here. If I don't score my actually this was a mistake, but the promise there that if Trevenant and Charizard score, I don't get my score in. But I should have let one of them score first, and then the other guy should have realized, oh, I shouldn't score myself, and we could have had more overcap. But that doesn't happen in solo queue, right? So I'm just going to take my 40 score there and be happy that I get a lot of experience for myself, because I really want to be level 11. On level 11, air slash is going to start healing, and we really want the healing. It's going to allow us to just fight much better. And now nothing is happening much. We're going to dive in again. I know you can see our damage. It's actually quite ridiculous. But I mean, there was also Pikachu there. But our dive auto attack damage. Let's make sure we auto attack. Then we get 1 kill. Diving in again. Another dive. And we try to go for this kill. I'm going to eject button away from the Blissey Unite. But the promise, Blissey has move speed from her Unite. So actually able to catch up with me and sadly kill me. But getting Blissey Unite is quite fine. This means Blissey will not have Unite for the next Dreadnought fight. Which honestly is kind of victory itself as well. Because Blissey without Unite Move is not that strong in teamfights, of course. Or teamfights are obviously much easier if Blissey doesn't have Unite Move up. On level 13, we also get more damage on the dive, so we always want to be the highest level possible, just in general, right? Like, the higher level we are, the more damage we do. We are damage dealer. Right now, my team is pushing bot lane, so buffs are respawning. I'm just going to take them fast. Why not? Green is going to score top lane, but he only has 3 points, so it doesn't really matter too much. I'm just going to ignore him. Like, fighting that is pointless, right? The Odinos are respawning on top side, and there's so much more value. But sadly, my team dies on bot lane, Dread spawning in 25 seconds. I'm kinda just like, maybe I should go bot lane, defend my goal a bit if I can, or look for a fight if they overextend. And they do overextend quite a bit. Nice spirit check about the CrisHeroes. I'm gonna keep chasing, diving in again, looking for the next dive. I'm just gonna Unite Move now, because if we get kills here, I think we just get a free Dread. And they're super, super deep. Yeah, we know so Unite Move, but I'm gonna keep chasing the Blissey. One more auto attack on the boosted auto attack from the dive, and one more, and we actually kill them. So now it should be a free Dread now. Just made a quick decision, then Unite Move. And after this, we can just recall and we can start doing... I'm going to give it my air slash, but I'll spirit check it. The I was paying attention, and he actually gets it. So now, again, we don't waste too much time. You can see all those dots on the minimap up, so we really want to farm those Odinos if we can. Very, very important. Gets us close to level 13. Also, this was one of my first games again on this Pokemon. I think it's better if you sometimes dive first, and then you use air slash and then a boosted auto attack. Because if you do dive... boosted auto attack air slash, you kind of get stuck in an animation, right? So, well, it depends. Like, the problem also if you do dive into air slash into auto attack is sometimes they might be out of auto attack range afterwards. So, but yeah, it's a bit smoother if you're doing that way as well. And I'm just trying to get used to this Pokemon again. Honestly, it's quite fun. I had a lot of fun playing this Pokemon yesterday, and I completely underestimated, you know, I think there's certain Pokemon that are for sure underestimated, that I underestimate myself as well. Obviously, right? It's always difficult to have a perfect read on every single Pokemon. There's quite a lot of characters in this game already. So, yeah. But dive air slash Cramorant is for sure something I've 100% underrated. And I've now been proven wrong. And I was wrong as well, rating it super low for a lot of times. I mean, it even was played in tournaments, right? We saw him play in tournaments here. It gets really Night moved. But we luckily have a lot of dives, a lot of air slashes in the eject button to get away from him. 45 seconds and the Zapdos spawns, and right now I can reach level 14. So I'm gonna farm for level 14. It's very, very close to it. Need like 2 more Corpfishes or something, I'm gonna reach it, so my damage output is gonna be pretty high. And for late game team fights, I just want to dive around. You don't want to necessarily dive into your opponents as well. You want to dive like, you just want to dive around to get a boosted auto attack. That's why you want to dive around, right? You're gonna dive somewhere safely, and then you're gonna start auto-attacking, air slashing when you can as well if you melee on someone. But never make sure you don't just dive into 5 opponents, right? Just for diving. Again, once he's seen, you can still die as well, super easily. Gonna poke the Greent a bit, but it's quite pointless chasing a Greent around. So gonna bend that for now. We should have Zapdos positioning right here. Gonna look for something, build up a boosted auto attack, and the Savian's already here. And you can see how fast we chunk him. That's just 2 boosted auto attacks and air slash, and we almost killed him. But I still have to use the Night Move here. I got just absolutely murdered by the Venusaur. I actually got down as well. This was unfortunate. He was just auto-aiming his Unite Move, and it just flew all the way towards me. And I just got chunked so hard going to this team fight there. And then I just had to use my Unite Move for Body Barrier so I don't just die instantly. Now looking quite rough. I'm going to be waiting to respawn. Serena's going to kill out the CrisHeroes, but luckily our Pikachu is able to get a counter kill onto Serena, which is huge. Now Serena stayed for 23 seconds, and as like their most important player on their team. This was also their jungler, right? So he's the highest experienced player on their team. So I'm going to jump by bot lane now. I'm just going to look for some kills and maybe potentially start doing Zapdos if we can. It's looking quite bad again. Charizard went down. Go look for the Sylveon. First dive, air slash. Dive in again, boosted auto attack. Dive in again, boosted auto attack. Another dive, boosted auto attack. No, actually, there we go. And there we finally kill him. So, pretty good damage. Sylveon with Hyper Voice has a problem against my Pokemon for sure. Green Unite moving, which is quite scary. So I'm quite low, so I'm just going to go into Zapdos once, air slash and melee. So I get some healing back. You can see if you hit all your air slash on someone, actually quite a lot of healing. Serena, now here as well, going to eject button away. And this team fight is going very crazy right now. Another dive on Serena. I really want to kill this Serena super badly, but it's still quite scary. Has so much mobility as well. And we finally take down this Serena. So now they're 2 down, we have 5 up. I'm going to go over Zapdos again. I'm going to heal up on Zapdos, and afterwards, I think we're still going to continue doing it. Right now, the Venusaur is the last person that matters, but he just died. I'm just going to kill the Sylveon again. Air slash dive, auto attack, and then second dive, auto attack, also kills it. We air slash the Zapdos as well. Has fine last hittings, obviously nothing too crazy, but we get the Zapdos last hit as well. And it's going to be the end of the game. And surprisingly, we did a lot of damage this game. 123,000 damage. And guys, I was wrong. And I think I proved it myself as well. I'm debunking myself. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to like and subscribe.